If you have a building, a home, or commercial property, and you have a bad odor, first you have to figure out what's causing the odor. If it's from cooking, curry, for example, then you know it originated in the kitchen, and you have to clean everything in the kitchen before you can even think that you can get rid of the odor. If you walk into a building and you smell a musty odor, that's been caused by the air conditioning system being underrated or not running, and you have some type of a mold or mold growth that is causing the smell. Now, once you've figured out what's causing the humidity or the smell, you can figure out how to treat it. If it's one room in a house and you've solved the initial problem, you can put the ozone machine in that one room and let it run constantly until you think it's done its job. Remember, when you unplug an ozone machine, it takes up to 4 hours for the ozone to deplete, so you don't smell it. Or you could actually open the windows in the building to air it out. The other scenario is you have an odor throughout the whole building or home, and most people will put the ozone machine close to the air conditioning filter inlet. That way it sucks it in and throws it, dispenses the ozonated air throughout the whole place. If you have a 2-story building or home, it can work the same way. The only scenario where it's different is if you have dual air conditioning, then perhaps one part is not going to be served by the ozone because the air conditioning system is not dispersing it throughout that area. So once you've rented an ozone machine, you have to figure out how long you're going to need to solve the problem. And the answer is only you would know, because if you have a severe smell, it could be 3 or 4 days of renting an ozone machine. But you're not going to rent one for 2 hours and think that a problem that you've had for 6 months is going to go away. So remember, you rent the ozone machine, you want to plug it in and have it running constantly until you use up your time period. If you need to come back in the building to spend the night, you can unplug the ozone machine, air it out, spend the night, and then when you leave the next day, plug the ozone machine back in again and let it run the cycle. Also remember, you cannot have pets in that facility, not even fish. The ozone can raise havoc on their eyes, the water they breathe. It's bad for dogs. The other fact about ozone, using a little ozone machine is not going to shock the area. You want an ozone machine with enough capabilities to shock the problem and get rid of it. And you're not going to do that with a little ozone machine that doesn't produce a lot of ozone that you smell. You want something that's extraordinarily powerful. If it's a 1,500 square foot building, you might get a 3,000 milligram an hour machine. If it's bigger, then you would need 2 machines or even a 10,000 milligram an hour machine. So the first thing you do is clean, remove everything that caused the smell, fix roof leaks, other issues that may have caused the mold growth. Treat the mold growth. You can with Microban, which is a fairly safe product to kill mold and mildew. It has a residual of 6 months, and then you're ready for the ozone machine.